Hi and welcome to the ODO Power Brokers program. My name is Robert Gorby, the Chief Commercial Officer with ODO. I'm delighted to say that today I'm joined by Andrea Clegg Auriga Advocates, a road traffic offence solicitor. Andrea, thanks for joining the program. Great to have you on board.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be here.
Well, what do you see as the main trends impacting businesses from a legislative perspective or from a compliance perspective in the months and years ahead, Andrea?
It's an interesting question, and I think with an introduction on electric vehicles, one of the key issues for the justice system is what constitutes the driver where you've got a self-driving car.
Yeah.
Is the driver still there? At the moment, I can tell you that the driver, if they are in control of the vehicle, which they are, because ultimately they can change back to manual, would still be defined as the driver in the UK. And if they came up with, well, I wasn't in control because it was a defect in the vehicle, you're still responsible because you can have an offence of driving a vehicle in a dangerous condition. So at the moment, the driver is still fairly squarely liable for those prosecutions, which of course then impacts back on the company, particularly for things like vehicle defects and that sort of thing. There is an overall increase in prosecutions and much stricter control by the DVLA on revocation of driving licenses, for example, which stems back to various incidents that you had of people driving with a medical condition that perhaps have had a heart attack, and then their refuge lorry has run into pedestrians and there's been fatalities. And as a result of those sort of cases, the DVLA is definitely focusing and is very quick to revoke people's licenses on the flimsiest of evidence, and then it's a bit of an issue trying to get that back. I also think, particularly in the foreseeable future, there'll be an increase in grey fleet.
Yes, yeah.
There'll be a lot of people who, because of COVID-19, don't want to use public transport and expose themselves. And a lot of employers do not appreciate that a grey fleet vehicle needs managing just as much as a company vehicle, because the risk and the liability is exactly the same.
It's interesting, isn't it? There's so many things to really consider, but it's important that businesses just start paying attention to it, I think, is the message that we'd like to get across.
Yeah.
Andrea, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. It's been a fascinating insights and fascinating stats, some very interesting points raised there. So thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.